Welcome back to 365 Minutes, everything 365 in 5 minutes. Well, today I have something really interesting to show you, but before that, we're still living with COVID-19. This virus affects any aspect of our lives, and in specific, our working environment. We have all been working from home for the past 3 months now. In the area I live, I see a lot of my customers' employees gradually getting back working from the office. They do so with the preservation of safety and social distancing by following my country's regulations. In order to help my customers, I had to do something. So, I'd like to present to you the Office Arrival Request and Health Status Report app. Now let's see how this app works. Prior arrival to the office, the employee submits the request, or if he's doing that off hours, he can enter a waiting list. The office manager then gets all the requests and approves or denies all of the requests based on social distancing and the space location for each employee. On the day of their arrival, the employee fills out the health report form indicating that he is in fact healthy and not suffering from any symptoms. The office manager has a real-time dashboard, while the direct manager has the option to get a notification for each employee enters the building and fills out the form. Later that day, whether the employee failed to report his health report form, he gets a notification for not submitting the form and alerting him to do so. Okay, now it's time to see the app in action. We're looking at the Employees app, and the Employees app is a mobile-based app, and it has 3 major sections. First is the office arrival request, second is the daily health report, and the approved employee for tomorrow, where you get to see who are your colleagues that are going to arrive to the office with you if you request that. Let's check out the office arrival request first. So I'm recording that over the weekend, and you can clearly see that we are supporting that any request during the weekend need to be submitted before that on Friday. So let's choose another date. Let's choose the 23rd. And you can see that I can submit the request. Let's say that I'm going to arrive to the office around 9 a.m. and I will submit the request. I get this notification that I will get a confirmation email from the office manager whether he is approving or denying my request due to social distancing at the office. Let's try to submit another request for a different date. So I will choose the 24th, Tuesday, and I can clearly see that I have already submitted a request for this date, and this is a very nice feature not to overwhelm the approval or the request for the office manager. I'd like to show you a pre-recorded feature that we also support. One is the option for setting a limit for request submission. We don't want to get requests during the night, so the office manager has this option. Whether I need to request a submission after the due time, I have the option to enter to a waiting list. And this is where the office manager can approve or deny past the regular hours of the app, and in any circumstances that any employee or essential employee needs to go to the office but failed to report that during the submission hours. Now let's see the other action that this app provides for any employee. Once I got approved to arrive on a specific day, I need to submit a daily health report once I get into the office. And the daily health report is pretty much self-explanatory. It's basically my declaration that I have no symptoms of COVID-19, and I just need to declare that I answer no to any of these questions. Of course, any organization can define or customize this text to its own purposes. So let's submit that. I get this little confirmation that my details has been successfully received. And in addition, I get this follow-up email as a confirmation for my daily health report. Finally, I get to see who are the approved employee for tomorrow. It's empty right now because this is a demo app, but this is a nice feature to see who is going to be with me at the office at my time of the arrival. Let's switch quickly to the Office Manager's app. And this is a different app, an additional app to the Employees app. You can clearly see this is a Power App on a desktop/tablet mode. Let's start with the first one. So the setting of the app, basically it's the really quick ability of the Office Manager to define and customize the app to its need. The app title is the title that appears over the employee's app. Number of employees, these are the number of employees who need to request a arrival request or to submit their health declaration. It can be the entire organization, it can be only essential workers. You decide based on your needs. We have another feature of email the direct manager on every report. We uses the Office 365 user segment, so you can use that to get an email or a notification directly once any employee reports the app. You can turn on or off if you don't need the office arrival request. You can only use that for health declaration purposes. And as we saw earlier, we do support the due time arrival request, so you can define what is the limit, what is the time that any employee can submit arrival request, and after that it enters into a waiting list. So you can define that based on your needs. Now we get to the core of the app, which is the arrival request approvals. And as we've seen before, once we open the app, we always get the tomorrow's date. So we get the 23rd of June, and I can see my previously submission of arrival request. So I can approve or deny. Let's approve that, for example, and hit the save and send approval emails. And once you finish doing that, you can save and send approval emails. I get this alert, and if I'm going back to the app, I can see that the only one that I have approved got into the approved employees gallery in this section. Once I got approved to arrive to the office on the selected date, I get this email, you can see, and also the instruction for me to fill out the daily health report once I enter the building on the day of the arrival. So I've pre-recorded that for you to see the waiting list feature. We have the waiting list segment here. It acts as in the approval section, so you can approve or deny. And once you click on save and send approval for waiting list, it will get into the section, the gallery of approved or denied. Let's see other features in this screen. We have provided the export to Excel. It opens up the SharePoint list with a filtered view of a specific day where you can export or manipulate any aspect that you wish as an office manager. And in addition to that, we do have the refresh button for you to get, let's say, real data out of the SharePoint list. Lastly, we have included a little dashboard that helps the Office admin to track everything in this app. So the dashboard basically includes some gauges and little numbers of the total approved employees for today, the total employees filled the health report, and everything is aiming towards the day that we look upon. The percentage of employees that requested to arrive to the office today, number of employees not filled the health report. This is a very critical and crucial information for you to know in order to track down the people that needs to fill out based on the regulation. And also we have the last update by an employee. So who is the last person in the office who submitted the health report, just for you to check what's going on in the traffic of people going to the office. We do support the refresh button, so you have a real data, and let's click on that one. And we've seen that my data has been filled out. And this is a link for the SharePoint list for the actual data to see who basically reported or maybe not reported the health status report. So if you got in this far in the video, you probably need this app for your organization. Everything you need is in the description of the video. How to reach me, how to contact me, and I will hook you up with everything that you've seen in this video and beyond. The two apps, the employee app and the office manager apps, and in addition to the Power Automates involved in the process. And if you want to see more Power Apps that I am building over time with my company and other tutorials, feel free to subscribe. And if you find this video useful for you, just hit the like button. I'll see you in the next videos.